Good evening, everybody. I can see you all.
Howdy. It's like I've walked on stage. Did you see that?
Tonight, Matthew.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be James Atkinson.
Right. So there's a lot of people chatting already. So I'll bring them all up on screen. So Angela, hello.
Oh, look at all the chat. Look at that. Beautiful, guys.
Tony, Angela. We've got Lisa. And Tony, and that was saying about it's hot. It's very hot.
It is hot. In where I am right now, I'm in the attic. It is. I've got the windows open, both ends. There's a thunderstorm outside, and I am melting.
Yeah, it's hot. We're expecting a thunderstorm soon. Hey, Mum.
Hello, Mum.
Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Tony again. Lisa. Tony. Lisa. Karen. Hey, Karen. And Christos.
And Christos. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Hope you've had a wonderful week since we saw you last. These weeks just fly by, don't they? They're scarily fast. Fly by. Paul's actually this last week just been high on medication, so he didn't remember this last week.
Mate, I didn't. I was referring to last week as the week before. Yeah, so I was off work all last week because of my back.
St. Mark, he's in the house.
St. Mark is here. Hello, St. Mark. I wonder if Paul Watts, Paul Watts fan? Whatever.
Paul Watts fan, yeah. Listen, on Sunday nights now, guys, we do a live with our friend Lee and his channel. And actually, Paul didn't make it this week. Hippopotobus. Paul didn't make it this week because he was man down with his back. But there was myself, Lee, and a couple of other Lee Stafford staffs. But we had some trolling on there. It was really, really funny. I mean, I've never really experienced it as such. I mean, Paul had his number one fan join us last time. But yeah, we had these two people trolling Lee's live. Some of you might have been. I think Lisa Lewis, you were there potentially. But yeah, it was just bizarre. It was just bizarre. I've never experienced it like that.
Yeah, Gregory Buttock.
Great, and Professor
Poopy Pants or something like that.
Poo something. God knows. What the hell? The usual suspects are all here. That is for sure. I was there, said Lisa Lewis. Haven't been here in a while. We know, said Mark. We've missed you. You've even changed your name. You're all in capitals now.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right then. I've been busy doing some stuff for Tabitha Coffee. Oh, check you out, eh?
Tell us more. But congratulations to Tony as well. Don't mean to dampen that, St. Mark. We'll come back to you in a second, but I had this on screen.
Tony Candy qualified on Monday.
Well done.
Well done. Big round of applause for Tony, everybody.
Yeah, emojis, the clapping emojis.
The clapping emojis, yeah. Well, it's a big up for Tony there.
Yeah.
Wow, what have you been doing, St. Mark? Tell us more. We want to know. Our mutual friend Dominic Lahane recently interviewed her for his podcast, which is called How to Cut It, if anybody's interested in a hair-centric podcast. How to Cut It on all major platforms. So yeah, go and check it out.
Well done, Lisa.
Lisa Lewis. Yes, Lisa, well done. You were doing that on Monday. You left the live saying that you were going to do that, I remember. So well done.
And Paul, remember I auditioned. Oh, I didn't know if that was for Tabitha Coffee. I thought that was for Matrix something. I can't remember what it was, St. Mark. But yeah, I like the video. Well, right. What, did you get it? For a nationwide search for Matrix Mentor Me, yeah. So did you get it? Because if you got it, that's amazing. Well done. The video was great. Jess is in the house. Hey,
hello, Jess. You all right? I'm still getting you a cat at Christmas, Jess. Don't worry. It's just to bring out Paul's allergies.
Yeah, can't wait, mate.
Good evening, Dad.
Pleasure, Lisa.
Good. Well done, everybody. What a successful week it's been.
Yeah, not for me.
Not well, successes come in waves, Paul. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't always be on the climb.
No, we can't.
How do we know when we're high if we're never low?
Mate, this is the lowest I've been. I'll put
This
it out
is
there.
it?
Mate,
This is it.
This is the trough. I'm waiting for the peak.
You're waiting for the peak. Yeah, it's coming, Paul. Don't worry. Check out Tabitha Coffee's Instagram, Paul.
I will do. But yeah, 1 of 5 winners. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, St. Mark. Good stuff. You'll see me there. Good. You never know, Paul. You might sneeze and fix your back. That is a very positive outlook.
It is. I'm going to go and rub my face in some flowers after this.
And then buy Jess a cat.
Yeah.
So, guys, when we were talking about what haircut you guys wanted to see, lots of people were saying kind of bowl haircut. I was thinking about this. There's there's hundreds of ways I could do this, really. Now, I wanted to kind of leave it with you in terms of what do you want to achieve from tonight, as always. Do you want a contemporary bowl cut doing that's kind of undercut, disconnected underneath? Or do you want me to do a very traditional kind of Purdy, Princess Diana-esque, heavy bowl cut? So let us know in the comment section now what you'd like to see. Contemporary?
That's what we want to see.
Also damn handsome, bless him. Bless him. He's never been the same since you said that to him, St. Mark. His back went straight after you said that. I think it was the shock sent him into spasm.
Yeah.
Contemporary. You don't have to write contemporary, by the way. I was just about to say, just write comp if you want contemporary. And then if you want classic, write classic. Lisa Lewis, contemporary. LOL. Yeah. You've taken him out, St. Mark. You're lessening the competition by taking him out. Good morning, Jamie. I did see your messages on my Instagram earlier. I haven't got around to clicking on them yet, but I will do.
Yeah, while we're here as well, just quickly. It's really early in the morning for Jamie, so it's before 6 in the morning for Jamie, so it must be up and fresh. Yes, in Australia. Yeah. Are you still in lockdown, Jamie? Are you still in lockdown? Are you out of lockdown yet? They went back into lockdown in Melbourne. Did they?
Yes, comp. Yeah, comp. Paul, go comp.
Comp. There we go.
I think with resounding comp. Paul, tell them about the competition, and then I'll get on with the haircut.
All right. Yeah, 6 a.m. where Jamie is in Melbourne. And are you still in lockdown, Jamie? So competition, guys. We're launching the upgrade freestyle tool that James has got with him today. So after this video, if you check out both of our community tabs, the instructions will be there. You click the link, it will bring you to this video, and then you comment in the comment section, not in the live chat. That way, not in there. There'll be a link to this video, and then you just comment below, and that's how we're going to be doing the competition again. But and with Tony, the winner from last time, I have got the tool now. So as soon as my back is better, I'll be sending it to you. Apologies for the delay, but I can't currently do much.
Right, perfect. Right then, on with the haircut. So contemporary, guys. So what we're going to be doing then is we're going to be working with a disconnection underneath here. We're also going to be doing it with a disconnection in the front here. A couple of disconnections. We'll drop the top over. Now, when you're working with disconnection and you're cutting something like this, what you need to do is make sure that the hair in this area, let me zoom in. You don't need to see me anymore. We're here to watch me cut hair, not talk. What happened to Paul's back? Well, as we said, St. Mark, you said he looked handsome and he went into spasm.
Yeah, so my back, I'll quickly just give you the lowdown. I've got prolapse disc in my back and a bulging disc pushing on the nerve. My muscles have gone into spasm. I was off work for a week last week. I went into work to see if I could do it today. And if I was being a drama queen, I wasn't. It was agony. So I'm back in the doctor's tomorrow. In a nutshell.
Beautiful. So when you take your section at the top here, make sure that this hair can cover the perimeter. Okay, this hair can cover the perimeter. Because if that hair doesn't reach the perimeter, you're in trouble. Okay, so.
Hey, Jackie.
Good evening, Jackie. Don't be sorry. Thank you for coming to join us. Right then. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a diagonal backwards section here. Okay, and we're going to. In fact, we're going to make that a little bit smaller. We're going to take a diagonal backwards session. You can tell that I've been working today, can't you? I can't talk. A diagonal backwards session. Right then. A diagonal backwards section. And I've picked up the only clip in the house that's impossible to open. Okay, stick a clip in it, yeah? So we don't cut it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our next section just behind it, and we're going to pull it straight out from the head shape, like so. We're going to cut this with a neutral head position. We're going to pull the hair straight out just like that. Now what we need to be sure of is that we cut it to a length that we can cut the perimeter in later. Okay, so we've got to get the length right here. So always err on the side of caution here. We're going to look down here. We're going to see that it's going to fall to kind of cheek level, but we're going to be cutting in a fringe length haircut anyway. So that'll be about right. So if I just remember correctly, that's probably the first 3 inches. Elevate the section 90 degrees out from the head shape and cut a square line. Okay, so we're going to elevate the hair straight out from the head shape 90 degrees and cut a square line, just like that.
So Mark is commenting on the quality of your camera, mate.
Ah, thank you, mate. Thank you, buddy. So here we have a section pulled straight out from the head, just like so. Right, next section, just behind it, 1 centimeter. All right, just like that. Pick up the first section and the second section. Elevate the first section to the second section. Okay, making sure that the hair is coming straight out from the head shape. Okay, just like that, said Tommy Cooper. So we're going to pull the hair straight out from the head shape, and we're going to continue to cut a square line. Can you guys hear the rain here? It's like absolutely tipping down.
No, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Yeah, it's tipping down. Yeah. Microphone's doing a good job of rejecting it then. So we're going to make sure we follow that line all the way through to the perimeter. So these diagonal lines are going to continue right through to the perimeter. Now my body is in the wrong place, but I'm kind of doing it like this so that you guys can see. Okay. So, but what I'm really just concentrating on is making sure I've got my previous section on each one, but I'm pulling the hair straight out from the head shape like that. Okay. Just going to do something 1 second.
So Lisa can hear the rain. I can hear it now that you stopped talking.
Now that I've stopped talking, I mean, that's rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
That's a rare beast. If I've stopped talking, there's something wrong.
And then in Wales, they're expecting a thunderstorm and 50 millimetres of rain very soon.
Well, we're already on the case with that. I think we've got torrential rain and a thunderstorm already. But
It wasn't
Thunderstorm
yet, really.
sounds a long way away. Doesn't sound near.
Yeah, the sun's still out here.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's pitch black here, mate.
Is it?
Pitch black. It's like the dead of night out there. It's the longest day of the year on the weekend.
Is it?
It's the summer solstice.
Hopefully we get a bit of sun.
Well, that's it. It's actually the end of the summer officially.
Yeah.
Well, it's because now it's all downhill. The days get shorter. Not to depress anyone. It's all over, guys. So we continue that section. We are traveling around the head shape purely based on the fact that we're pulling the hair straight out from the head shape as we go. So each subsequent section is coming straight out from the head shape. Okay. So we're going to continue that diagonal section. Just scoop up the whole section. And then what I do is I cut off my previous section. It's a really good way of making sure you've just got one section without making it fiddly McDiddly to do, because if you're trying to pick up just two sections, so come in, pick up your whole section like that. Don't worry about all the gathering in the previous section and all that jazz. Come in, come to the end, swipe it off. Beautiful. Yeah. Nice. So easy to then find your section nice and clean. Really concentrate on your sections coming straight out from the head shape. We're basically just square layering this, but from the front. And working our way diagonally around the head shape into the back. Pulling the hair straight out from the head shape, just like so. So easy. Right, cool. So here's our shape that we've created so far, and you can see that it's like quite rounded, tucks in, and that's indicative of creating a layer. Tend to bend around the head. Okay. We're going to follow our shape now. I'm going to show you on this side, all the way back into the opposite corner. So we've started on the right-hand side, and we're going to work our way around to the opposite, the left-hand side corner with a diagonal section, making sure that we're pulling the section. You guys tell me, where's the section coming from? Throw it in the comment section now. Where is this section coming from? Where am I pulling it out to cut it?
I'll bring them in when we get some answers. But while you're down there, guys, if you just want to like the video, and if you haven't already, share it. Just click the share button, and you can pop it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you use. But they've all gone quiet.
They've all gone quiet. They've all retreated. It's Wednesday night. So where's the 90 degrees? Yeah, straight out from the head shape. Well done, Angela. 90 degrees, straight out from the head shape.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing and liking the video. Straight from the head, 90 degrees, Lisa. Yes.
Lovely. Beautiful. So straight out from the head shape.
Tony, okay. 90 degrees. Yeah, I suppose we've got to... there's a delay, isn't there?
There is a delay, yeah. Now, let me know, guys. Do you want a disconnection on this side, or do you want this side to be like pure? And then let me know. Let me know right now. Do you want this side to be like a pure shape, or do you want a disconnection like I did on the front side? Bit of asymmetry in our lives.
Yeah.
She'll look like a balloon if we do that. I used to do a girl's hair. She looked like she had a balloon. Pure. Get a pure from Lisa. She'll look like a balloon. Pure. Pure. All right, we're going pure. I had a feeling you'd say that.
Oh, Angela,
mix it up. Mix it up. All right, I'll go pure then. Right. So again, we're going to do the same thing. Now, what we need to make sure, guys, when we take this section, that we cut it to the same length as the opposite side. So we need to work out at this point, where did this piece come to on the face? And at the moment, it's right on her jawline. Okay, so we need to cut the opposite side to exactly the same place, pulling the hair straight out from the head, working out, you remember, this is the piece that's got to meet the jawline. So we're going to pull it straight out from the head, and it's better if their head's neutral when you're cutting a square line. So like that, pull it straight out from the head. Have a measure up. Hope you've got it to the right length. Jobs are good. Because there is no real, when people say to me, people ask me that question all the time, how do you know?
Yeah, I
it's
know.
the same length. There is no real way to know. It's just by feel, effectively, in the end. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it. It's about 2 millimeters longer. So I'm going to adjust it, just because that's what I'm like. Voila.
You could measure with the comb, Lisa said.
You can measure with the comb. That's a very good LSE trick. So you can utilize your comb to measure those front sections. Make sure you've got them bang on, as Lou would say. Bang on. Bang. And the section's gone.
I was on the phone to Luke just before we came on air.
Oh, yeah.
Just about Sunday.
So Luke is Lee Stafford Education's social media organisation guy.
Yeah.
And on Sunday, we're all getting together to do some content for Lee's new website. So it's not hair. We're not doing hair. We're just talking. We're just talking hair. We're just waffling.
So Mark said, any plans to travel overseas to teach? Lots.
Lots of plans. Not right now. Not right now, but we will be. We will be, definitely. We've got lots of plans. I keep picking up this section tonight. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm just going to hook this out of the way, guys. If you do that, if you keep hitting the section, just tidy it up. Don't keep doing what I was just doing, like a drongo, and keep picking it up. Just clip it up, retighten it, and get it out of the way. Yeah, we definitely want to go overseas. We also want to tour around the UK and see some of the locals.
We spoke about that last week. We're going to do Salon International and let you guys know what day we're going to be there, or what days we're going to be there, and what we're going to be doing as well. That's on the 17th of October,
something like that.
Yeah. So we're going to be in London on that date together, and we're going to do either a pop-up, a little meet and greet, I don't know, a couple of drinks in a bar, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing. That kind of thing. Yeah, we haven't quite decided what we're going to do, but it's a fair way off. We're not getting too excited about it yet.
Yeah.
But we are excited, but metaphysically we're excited. We just haven't got around to putting anything pen to paper yet. But there's a few more things that are kind of coming in the next few weeks or a couple of months really, that we're really excited about. So we've been planning, guys. Our whole purpose behind this collaboration was, well, no, we didn't have a purpose in the beginning. That's wrong. In the beginning, it was just a pure, I knew Paul. Paul had a YouTube channel. I was trying to get people to collaborate, and come on my live that I was doing. And I'm sure I've said this before, nobody was, putting their hand up to come on. And Paul and I had already said in the first lockdown that we should have done something. I don't know why we didn't. I mean, it was ridiculous. But we never got around to it. That's fine. This is what happens in life. And anyway, a couple of long stories short, we've done this live. You guys have received it really well, which is so nice. And, what we want to provide is continuous ongoing education for you all. Obviously, that's absolutely free. And to do that, there's a few things that we've had to kind of look to do, and we can't quite share them with you, but we are very excited when we can.
Yeah.
And so and it's all panned out really well. So there's some very exciting opportunities ahead.
Yeah, it gives us the flexibility as well, doesn't it? To
That's right.
like bring you more and potentially bring these lives live.
Yeah, live and for much longer, because the reality of these lives is that they're not they take time, time to organize and time to do each week, and we need to dedicate time, our own time, beyond everything else that we do, to doing them. And of course, it's been really, we've been absolutely buzzed by you guys being so into it, and we've really worked out a way to make it a real permanent fixture. And like Paul said, bring it to you actually live as well as these digital events.
CA.
Hi, CA. I recognise CA actually. I don't know why, whether from my live or not. Tell us, have you been here before, CA?
Let us know.
Have you seen Paul and I before? I've got a feeling I've seen that name before. I'm going to go one step further than that. I'm going to say Canada, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Try and remember these things. Because I think, for me, the community vibe is really important. When we see you chatting with each other before we go live, it's amazing.
So Marcus said, Paul and James, have you guys ever been to America's Beauty Show? We haven't.
No. If you want to invite us, we'll come.
And CA said, yes, I have.
Yes, you have. Yeah, I thought you had, CA. Yeah. Are you from Canada, CA? Am I right about that? So we're working with that square there again, and we're just traveling around we're doing exactly the same thing. We're just cutting this side slightly differently. That's all. But it's all exactly the same. Now we've got this longer piece of hair, so we're going to work diagonally across, and in a second we're going to kind of hit the opposite corner. We're not quite there yet, and we'll still have a long piece of hair in the center, which I'll talk to you about what we'll do with that in a minute.
Tony just said I'm echoing. I am echoing.
You do what?
Tony's just said I'm echoing.
Oh, you're echoing.
Yeah.
It's because Paul's using his DJ equipment from when he used to do wedding DJing.
I'm just going to get a mic. We'll try a different mic. Well, I haven't got a mic on tonight. But while you're doing your thing, I'll plug one in.
Yeah, plug one in. And the other thing that I've got is, we're getting Brighton, is I've got seagulls nesting on my roof. So I can hear them running across the roof. They're like bombing it about up there. They nest on the roof every single year. And last year I was doing a live on my Patreon, and a baby seagull was sitting on the window ledge over there, just staring in like he was intently learning.
Really?
Yeah. He was learning about long graduation. Loving it.
Right. Let's just get this mic changed over. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. I shouldn't be. Oh, St. Mark says, do your microphone voice. Where is it? The buffet is open.
All right, there we go. So what we're going to do before we move on is we're going to start to cut in the shape for the bowl cut. Okay, so we're going to work out where we want it to sit, and then we're just going to come in. The hair's got to be in natural fall. Okay, don't over direct the hair, because if you over direct the hair, what you end up doing is creating graduation.
That seagull's watching.
Seagull's back. Yeah, here he is. No, it was just like a fluffy little baby one.
Ah.
And yeah, he sat on the window ledge while I did my live. It was hilarious. Right, so we're going to make sure the hair's in natural fall, guys. Pick your line and then cut your line.
Sharp that.
Sharp. Now, I like that. I like that bit. I don't know why I like that bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue my line, but I'm going to miss that bit. So what you're then going to do is work out where the line would travel to, miss that bit, put a mark in the hair just by giving it a little snip, and then continue your line, making sure that the hair is in natural fall. It's just got to make sure that the hair's laying absolutely in natural fall. It's very easy to start combing it in directions it doesn't want to live in.
That bit's a little bit Purdy-esque, isn't it? But
yeah, well, we're going to have a bit of a Purdy vibe going on this bad boy, with a sort of contemporary twist, a contemporary Purdy.
How many people are in here? So there's 17 people in the room. Can we get 17 likes on this video? We're currently at 11.
Oh, some more clippers then. I don't know what's on them. I mean, it smells like yogurt.
Yeah.
I think it's hair product. Now, we might end up cutting this bit off, but I'm just feeling it at the moment. My St. Mark, I always click like. Lovely, Mark. Thank you very much. St. Mark, I'm interested. Is St. Mark your first name, or is that just something that people could go by, or is that your actual name? Or
I just found him on Instagram from the Tab for Coffee.
Ah.
So it is Mark Amponin. Mark Stephen Amponin. Is that but yeah, meet the mentor, me, mentees. That's a lot of me's in there.
Which bit, Tony? Which bit are we looking? I'm just wondering which bit. Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Ah, Saint is short for Stephen.
Oh, right. So is it Stephen Mark?
It's gone now. Okay, perfect.
So I've got a question here from CA.
Yeah.
Oh, and St. Mark has said yes, sir. So it's
Yes,
Stephen,
yes, sir.
Stephen Mark. So I read on that apparently heat protectant only protects the hair up to only 50%, but not completely. Is that true?
Good question.
I mean, I've
On a website. Well, I know that a lot of heat protectants now protect more than they used to. That's very recent. So they protect like way above what they need to protect at. But I don't know, to be honest, if I'm perfectly frank. You know, because what
I'd say that isn't true, to be honest.
companies say, yeah. I
With-
mean, I guess if you don't get it on every bit of hair.
Well, yeah, I know that's the thing, but I mean, with it depends what heat protection you're using as well, because obviously, if we're layering and cocktailing products, we're going to be getting more of a barrier, more of a protection. Because I would use a heat protector in wet, something like a gel or something like that. But then when it comes to blow drying the hair, I would use a heat protector again if I was to iron or tong or anything like that. Strand by strand, well, not strand by strand,
One at a time.
section. If it was Homer Simpson, strand by strand, yeah.
Now, because this is a mannequin head, I'm gonna have to go a little bit, just elevate this slightly because it's sticking to her head. What I'm going to do is elevate it, but with zero tension, zero elevation. Do you see? I'm going to hold it in between my fingers, but lower down than I'm going to cut it. So this is actually going to be very close to the skin, but it's going to be the only way to not stick it to her head. But in an ideal world, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be keeping it as low as humanly possible.
CA says, I really like your laugh. I take it it's yours.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever thought about how I laugh.
You got a good laugh. A good yeah. A good belly laugh.
A good belly laugh. I think I find myself funnier than people say to me all the time, so why'd you laugh at your own jokes? So I don't think I'd have said it if I didn't think it was funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know I'm one of them people who can't get to the end of the joke because I'm laughing.
St. Mark likes the accent.
Yeah. A good old British accent. I wish I grew up in England. Why is that? For the seagulls.
Because he didn't grow up here, that's why.
A lot of people would say, I wish I grew up in the States.
I really like America. I feel like it's somewhere I could live.
Yeah. Yeah, America or Ibiza for me.
Ibiza.
Oh, mate.
Your back wouldn't be up to much, Paul, if you lived in Ibiza.
No. Well, mate, I would be lying on a beach or by a pool. So he wishes to have the accent.
Fair enough. I quite like an American accent. I avidly watch Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares USA.
Yeah.
I love that program.
Yeah, I love Ramsay.
Yeah, I love Ramsay.
American sounds so regular. It doesn't. It does to you.
It does if you're American.
Yeah. Like when we talk in a group.
We sound pretty regular over here, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's just that there's not that many English YouTube hairdressers, that's all.
Yeah.
We're a rare beast. Don't know why.
No, I don't know.
I mean, it's a lot of effort, but I don't know why there isn't any. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh God. Oh God.
I set up my custom emojis the other day.
Oh yeah, for joining. I've done mine already. I just need to do a post. I love American accents. Always wanted to go to the States. Tony, what did you say? You don't. LOL. Come from Leicester, and I'd rather live there now. Yeah, fair enough. Let's pull up. Right then, so let's just move my black t-shirt out of the way. So we're going to just leave this till it's dry, and then we'll decide what to do with it. We'll also leave refining this into a perfect shape once that's all dry as well. And then we've got this kind of shorter. I just like the way that sat round. I don't know if I'll keep that though. Maybe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Something you can keep and cut off later, isn't it? So
that's right. Yeah, that's it. You can always cut off hair. I'm sure you know that.
I didn't, to be honest.
As you're learning for tonight, then. So I'm going to take my first section here. I'm going to start in the fringe, okay? And just take a nice slim section. When I'm making my YouTube videos, sometimes I say completely rhetorical, obvious things. And I'm like, what the hell am I saying?
Yeah, but I think, mate, as well, being educators, I've come to realise, as you have over the years, that when we're teaching, we're teaching things that we think are very basic and that, but when it comes to the audience that we're working in front of, they have no idea sort of like what we've got planned. You know what I mean? Not that they don't know what we're doing, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't assume that everybody knows what you're talking about. Yeah, you've got to work to different levels, but I mean, I'm talking like obvious, like the sky is blue, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're talking about a color, and then I'll sort of liken it to something that, you know, I'll say it in a way that everybody was like, yeah, we know that, James.
Like Michael Owen of the football commentary. Have you heard him?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So if they would have scored a goal and the other team hadn't, they would have won.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, just like that. I find myself editing out my kind of really obvious things that I say. So just continued that line round, guys, from the first point on the right, on her left-hand side, my right-hand side as I'm looking at it head on, through to the left-hand side over here. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take our next section just behind our first section. Clip it up out of the way. Take our section down. So we're using our comb, scissors and our comb together here, coming in. Come a bit closer so you can see. So we're going to come in, but we're going to make sure the hair is in perfectly natural fall, head position neutral. Yeah. Pick up the section, push the hair into the back of the comb here, come down gently, gently, gently. You are going to get a little bit of graduation because you've elevated it by pushing it into the back of the comb, but it's going to get the hair off the head and easy to cut. So cut it a mil longer than the previous section. And that will prevent you getting any graduation in your section.
Tony's just said, well, you have both taught me loads. That's how I qualified. Also my tutor, if Lee's watching.
Is that so your tutor keeps her job, Tony?
And then
I got a nice
Hobus,
message. Go on.
that's a good point. Not many UK hair channels. By the way, do you watch Christy at the Cottage? I think that's her name. No. What does she do?
Yeah, I got a nice message the other day saying that someone had qualified in my videos. She'd like, use them to qualify because college had let her down through lockdown and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I was well chuffed with that. That was my highlight of the week from messages wise.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. So the next section is just 1 centimeter. Same thing though. Just going to do exactly the same thing. Just lift it up, cut it just fractionally longer, just by a mil. Because remember, what happens to hair when we dry it? Put it in the comments box down below. What happens when we dry the hair?
I really love these fringes with the hair just over the top.
Yeah, just a soft over the top hang.
Yeah.
And here's a really good point, and I nearly did that. Then I don't know if you were watching, right? I wanted to get to that hair, so I nearly did that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been bad. Okay, because as soon as I'd have taken it out of natural fall, what would we have got? Write it in the comments. As soon as you take the hair out of natural fall, what would we have got?
To your previous, Angela has said jumps up.
Yep.
Karu Shimura, hello. Kaisa Rakorsi. That is correct.
What she said.
Yeah. That's looking cute, James. It is. My boyfriend said it goes frizzy, but I'm saying it jumps up.
Yeah, well, it goes frizzy if you don't control it. That's fair. But I mean, it basically shrinks. Yeah.
And Hobus Pobus, she does. Very nice colour, in my opinion. Hobus Pobus, what is Christy at the Cottage? I'm intrigued. And then Lisa Lewis says jumps up.
Great. And what happens if we cut the hair out in natural fall, guys? I'd love to know that. I'm going to refine that dry.
Oh, becomes shorter. Here in America, we say it shrinks. Yep.
I say it shrinks too, yeah. It shrinks.
And then shorter. And Angela said graduation.
Over direction creates graduation. Exactly, Andrea. Top marks. Over direction creates graduation. So if we over direct the hair out of natural fall, we get graduation.
Does jump up means shorter. Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. Final section. We're going to just over direct everything to the front, guys. And then we're going to put the hair into natural fall. Now, obviously, that's going to put a bit of a layer on the perimeter at the back because we're over directing to the front. But that's okay. And I'll show you why in just a second. I love cutting fringes. I don't know about you guys. Who loves cutting a fringe?
Yeah. I had a mod haircutting today.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I tried to get a picture of it, but he was like, "Where's this going on the internet?"
On the Tinterweb.
Yeah,
This has got sort of this is England vibes. Look,
it is. Yeah,
you know, kind of like that picture.
yeah, I do. I like that parting on the top of the head as well.
Yeah, this parting here.
Yeah, yeah.
Evening
Tony,
all. Hi, Pia.
hi, Pia. Tony said we both have flu, bug, coughing, etc., but still made it here this time. Thank you, Tony. Really appreciate it.
Yes, Tony. Nice job.
Lisa, me too, Tony. Learned so much from these lives. You guys explained so well. Thank you, Lisa. We try.
We do try.
Tony says they do, Lisa. Thank you.
Pia,
evening all.
Evening, Pia. So now we need to find the crown, wherever the crown would be. I mean, it's a mannequin head, so it doesn't really have a crown. But we need to put the hair into wherever the crown would be. It's sort of parting in a crown, sort of. I'm going to go with right here. And then what we need to do, and the reason it didn't matter that we were over directing to the front is because even though we were over directing to the front, it still was long enough to cover the shortest part of the bottom.
Mm.
But we've cut away a lot of the bulk by over directing the hair forward. So it makes cutting this line in simpler. Simples. So remember, natural fall, turn your comb, don't move the hair, and then cut your line in. Just a fraction longer than your desired length. A couple of mils, nothing more. Stopped raining here now.
Is it?
Storm has passed. It's either coming to you, Paul, or it's gone back out, or it's gone back out to sea.
It'll be here in no time, mate. Stephen Mark, I'm going to call you Stephen Mark now that I know, has said the bangs look cute. Tony said looks really nice, James, thumbs up. Carew has said for sure that's why even there are not lots of British teachers. We are so lucky to have you too. Stephen Mark, St. Mark, has said, is that bubbly lemon water, Paul? It is, it's 7-Up. 7-Up free. Pia said it's pouring here. Where are you, Pia? That could be on the way to me then if it's pouring near you. Looks like the cut I had in the 80s, but mine was feathered. Oh, a little bit of feathering.
Oh, feathering. Put that echo on, Paul. All right, just quickly, I'm just going to talk to you about this disconnection that I kind of decided. This bit of disconnection that I decided to leave on this right-hand side of her head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my line over it. So the way that I'm going to do that is because otherwise I've got this like extra long piece from the top section hanging over. So what I'm going to do is come well above it, take a diagonal section. Now this is kind of totally freehand, all right? We cannot legislate or kind of, do anything specific for this. We're going to take a slice of hair, leave out our little fancy disconnection. We're going to find the corner of the fringe, just there. We're going to aim our fingers towards the line we're about to cut, and we're going to go for gold. Okay, so we've got a line.
Yep. It's so Pia's in Hampshire walking the dog, and
lovely, Pia.
August it's pouring here in London. So yeah, I
Ooh.
guess it's heading up here.
It's coming. So can you see now we've got like our line
Yeah.
is over our disconnection. Shall I tell you how many years ago I did that? Because I actually have my newcomer of the year BHA photo. That is basically exactly that haircut, exactly that disconnection.
Is it?
Yeah. When I was, so how old's that picture now? 10, 12 years?
And you're bringing it back.
Well, it was a total accident, but it's turning into something I've already done. But that's what happens, isn't it? You know, like
Yeah,
you sort of, you know, stuff that you did influences stuff that you do.
definitely.
I've always been a big fan of these kind of heavy shapes. Just the nature of my personal eye, you know, the way that I look at hair.
So Mark's saying that this haircut is in the new Cruella movie. I haven't seen it yet. It's on
I
my
haven't seen it. Yeah.
it's on my Fire Stick to watch. Nicole Brown. Hey Nicole. I'm not a hairdresser, but I love seeing the latest styles and colours. Well, you're in the right place. And Tony's seeing Cruella.
Yeah, I want to see it. I think.
Is it a lot darker?
What, Corella?
Yeah, is it a bit more
I think it's got a. I think it's got a sort of a
Maleficent? So I've never seen Maleficent either, but that sort of vibe I can tell from the.
Don't lie to us, Paul. we know you're a big Disney fan.
Mate, The Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo. They're the last movies I watched that are Disney, shall I say?
Okay, I'm going to dry this now because if we're going to refine this shape, we're best off doing the rest of this dry. So I'm going to blast it off,
Okay.
wrap dry it a little, and then it shouldn't take too long to do, guys.
I'll mute you, and if you guys any questions, let's mute. If you've got any questions or anything you want to have a chat, have a chat. I'll bring my mic into a little bit more so I ain't got a lean. We could do that. There we go. Yeah, so Karu, I hope I'm saying your name right, Karu. Karu, maybe. It is a cool result. And the colour, Hobus Pobus, you said the colour looked great. It does look great. I wonder what mannequin this is. I wonder if that's where, with the ponytails, I wonder if this is the mannequin head from that. But we've got the long sideburns, make it look interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's just about getting creative, really. Little play on disconnections. And it's like we said, you can always cut it off. But don't forget the competition that is running from today. I will post it on the community tab. I hope you all know how to find the community tab. It's just on the top of our page where you've got videos, playlists, and then you've got community. Click on there and you'll see it on your sort of timeline anyway when you're flicking through that. Oh, I got that is how you pronounce your name. Good. Yeah, and you'll be able to enter the competition to win the straightener, curler, tong from Upgrade. But yeah, that is going to be the competition for this week. Any tips on really thick hair and full fringe? Any tips for really thick hair and full fringe? What tips would you like for like for thinning out, or any tips for really thick hair and a full fringe? I wouldn't take the fringe really far back because you're going to end up with like a real sort of wedge. And I wouldn't go too wide either. I'd work at your limit to begin with, cutting it in at your eyebrow. But yeah, Karen, just let me know if there's any what you mean by like really thick hair. What for thinning, for cutting, razor cutting, layering, and I'll be able to answer that for you. My neighbour is originally ginger. She's now gone grey, but she wants to go back to her original colour. Would it work? My neighbour is originally ginger. She's now gone grey. So she gone grey, bleached, and then toned it grey, Tony. She's not ginger, then gone naturally grey, I take it. She's bleached it and then put a grey over the top. I mean, this is the thing when it comes to colouring hair. There's no real way of colouring your hair and then taking it back to natural. No way. You can't take that pigment out of the hair. No natural grey. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Then, yeah, all she's got to do is colour it. So if you've got pictures, match up the depth and the vibrancy of the copper of the ginger hair, and then pop that on. So if she's like a level 7, and if she's quite vibrant, you could do a 7NC with a little bit of copper intensity in there to make it a bit more punchy, a bit more gingery. I'll definitely be entering. Yeah, the competition, we're going to be running one every month, so you can win. There was a tong last month, that Tony won. There's the straightener tong that's up for grabs this month, and then next month is going to be straighteners. So, yeah, we've got a lot of tools and stuff that we want to give away to you guys. So, yeah, if hair is bleached to an inch of its life, yeah, and you do a fantasy direct dye and then don't like it, what is the most effective way to remove it without breaking the hair? A color remover. One that isn't. See, there's a few of them that it's difficult, because if their hair is bleached to the inch of its life and it is basically at breaking point, I wouldn't use a color remover. I would use a clarifying shampoo to literally try and strip it from the hair. Yeah, that's probably if it was about to break, I would make sure I got it back to a very healthy state before I did any more chemical services. That would be number one. And then I would go in with clarifying shampoo to try and remove as much as possible. And then you've got some treatments like Malibu. What is it? There's people in America. Mark, you might be able to help. What's the Malibu thing people use to remove color buildup? I can't remember. I've never used it. But we'll find out Hobus Pobus, and yeah, we'll let you know. Karen J, thinning. So thinning, I mean, there's plenty of ways. You can be channel cutting. You could be slicing through the hair. You could razor through the hair. You could undercut it to take away the thickness. You could like texturizing shears, like thinning shears, but I don't really like the term thinning shears because a lot of people get a little bit scared of that. Texturizing shears, you could be using those as sort of like slicing through. There's a really nice way of adding texture but taking away bulk. You get your hair and you weave it with your blades or your scissors, close them, and then sort of back cut up into the root, and then that will take a lot of the bulk away from the hair, leaving the length. Meter will enter. Yeah, everybody enter. Everybody get entering. It'll all be on the community tab after this, so you go and check it out, click the link, and then just comment underneath that video and you'll be entered. Thank you, Pia. But yeah, any other things you want to know, guys, just let me know while James is finishing off this look. It looks great, doesn't it? Looks so good. And how good does wrap drying make hair look? Do many of you wrap dry? I'd like to know that. My mum wants to go pink and naturals light grey on top, but dark grey underneath. Do I bleach the dark bits? So if she wants it all to be one colour and one even pink, yes. But what you'll have to do is you would have to be toning. So if the light grey bits are white, you would have to be lifting the dark grey to a white, toning it to a pale yellow, and then tone it out to white, so you've got an even colour all over. But if you just wanted it to be quite low maintenance, something a little bit textured, dimensional, then just put it over the top of it. It'll look nice. It'll look a nice rich depth underneath. You won't get a lot of pink in there, but the pink on top of the lighter grey, you'll get a lot of pink on there. I've heard using clear with developer works, but not tried it. Yes. So it's only a Malibu CPR. That's the one. But yeah, using clear. This is something that I did with Redken. So Joico's clear don't actually work that way. When I come over to Joico, I asked them about that, and they said no, it doesn't work that way. But using Clear with a developer with 20 volt, I use that so much, and it does remove. It removes, yeah. But remember, you are putting developer like into the hair. So, yeah, that's it. That's all the questions answered. We're back with you, James.
Hello, mate.
We're back with you. I was just answering loads of questions.
Yeah, good. Yeah, nice. I heard some of them. I just need to put these on. Although they're on. Just going to tweak a bit of this. This is the old straighteners. Yeah, I heard some of those questions coming through. It's the MEA in Redkin's color that allows the clear to lift.
Yeah.
So well, it's so MEA is a replacement for ammonia called molymethanoethylene, and that's why it lifts, because there's no fuse on it, so it just keeps continuously working, and will lift like bleach actually. But actually, what it really does is makes the hair feel like garbage. A lot of the time, it's sort of almost too powerful.
Do you want to show Karu what wrap drying is, mate? I was just saying, how good does your wrap drying look?
Yes, sorry, I can. Yeah, hold on a moment. So wrap drying is a way of getting the hair to sit in natural full with no volume or elevation. It's how you dry hair. It stems from sassoon. And basically what you're doing is you're brushing your hair in one direction, drying the cuticle and hair with the hair dryer, following one another, like so, like that. Then you dry the hair going swap hands, and you dry the hair going back in the opposite direction, like that. And then if you keep the airflow straight down, you can then come in, also hook the hair and dry it down if you need to. But it's just a really good way of kind of, keep working the hair side to side, moving the hair out of the way. You don't need any clips. It's really quick and efficient. It is a wonderful way of drying hair. It's probably how I dry about 80% of all hair that I do.
We've got a question from Angela. Got a lady who is 100% in the front, wants a flat level 7. How to get it, please? What is she in the back, Angela? And then we can give you the answer. Just if you just let us know what the back of the head and side of the head is, then we'll help you out with that.
Also, you're struggling to get coverage, or is it covering all right, and you just want a flat result?
Yeah. Hobus Pobus, I'm entering the competition. I really want that tool. Yeah, it's really good. So generous of you. This is what we want to do. We just want to the stuff.
Yeah,
we want to give it to you guys.
Yeah, that's it. And also, as we were saying earlier, about the just turning this into a real event that's week in, week out, and making it into something that is for the long term rather than the short term. Because what we both noticed, and we were talking about this, is like lots of people start doing lives, but because it is time consuming and life gets in the way, they end up stop doing them in pretty short time frame. We've seen people in lockdown, live, and then all of a sudden, not live. Never live. And we were like, let's try and make this so that it's just like
a show,
a thing, something to rely on. Every Wednesday we are we're on the case, and of course things will get in the way from time to time, but we'll do whatever we can to be here with you, and if it's just one of us, sometimes it will just be one of us, like when Paul was man down with his back.
Hobus actually said about that as well. I hope your back gets better soon. Thank you. Have you looked into a back brace? But the thing is, I've got this so complicated with my back. So the nerve is the actual severe pain. The muscle spasm is another thing, but I need to manage the pain of the nerve before I can actually get to the bottom of the muscle pain. So that's just where I'm at the minute. It's just a bit of a nightmare. Lisa has asked, what is the best product to use to soothe eczema?
Eczema.
Not
really sure, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, I've never really had it.
No.
I know the girls in the salon use this like green and white, like green bottle with a white lid. I don't know what it's called. But
I mean, aloe vera is great for it.
Aloe vera is great for it. I mean, I've been smothered in aloe vera recently because I burnt my back in the sun on Sunday.
Yeah, it's just good for everything, isn't it?
Yeah, aloe vera, yeah. But I don't know about eczema and aloe vera, but I'm sure
to soothe it. Hurt. Yeah, to soothe it.
To soothe it, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt it, for sure.
Angela said a level 6 in the back, and she always says it's warm. So to counteract the question, what level developer are you using? Probably 20 volt because you're wanting to lift it to a 7. Then you've got to think about the underlying pigment that you're going to be working against. So when you come up with a level 7, we're looking at orange. So that's the reason she's saying it's always warm. You're using 10 volt. Oh, okay. And is that giving you the lift up to a 7? That one level of lift? And what is it you are putting on the hair? So are you putting N to get a flat natural, or are you going in with like an NA or an AA or something like that? And then, yeah.
Because the other thing I will say is, if you're lifting hair and darkening hair, if you're lifting hair and covering grey simultaneously, those two things are not really mutually agreeable. So in the front, you might need to put on like a 7 NA, but in the back, you're probably going to need to use something a lot cooler than a 7 NA,
Yeah.
To counteract that warmth. Probably some kind of blue mixed tone additive would be probably beneficial.
We've got BA, so yeah, blue ash.
Yeah,
we use a lot to get the really flat level 7, 6s, 5s, 9s even. It just gives a real nice smoky finish to it.
Now I'd refine a lot of this with scissors if it was on skin, but it's not, and it's really, really difficult to get scissors really close to these mannequin heads. I will talk about refining, but I'm just going to drop this fringe in really quickly because otherwise I could be here for an hour cutting this fringe. I know what I'm like. And I'm sure you guys don't want me to be here for another hour cutting this fringe.
No, mate, my tablets are kicking in.
Are they? Yeah, you're starting to slur.
So, yeah, I'm starting to I'm getting lower in the chair as we go. Pia said, watch the eyebrows. My old boss did that. Took a girl's eyebrows off, showing me how to put in a blunt fringe.
If I was doing this on a real client, I'd put a Face Pro guard on her.
Yeah.
And just tell her to keep really still.
Angela said it's for grey coverage, and I use 7 natural. The back is steel grey, no tone left.
Oh, the back is cool. The back is already
cool. Yeah. So then, maybe change up from a. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You wanted to cover grey, and you wanted to get a flat tone. I would probably try an NA, but I would discuss with her that because she wants to get the flatness of the tone, sometimes you have to compromise with 100% coverage.
Yep.
That would be a conversation, Angela, just to say, look, you can get her flatter, but she might get sort of 70, 75% coverage as opposed to 100%. And then talking more technically and open with her, if she wants 100%, you're doing exactly the right thing of using the 7 natural. But also in Joico, and I know Redken as well,
We have the grey coverage. So we have the NNAs, which is the natural ash. I can't remember what it is in red, Ken, but what's the cool?
We don't have a cool one in the grey hair cover, actually.
Oh, don't you?
No, they're all warm.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Or I thought they did.
Yeah, say you. I didn't invent it.
But yeah, if you want to try, I suppose, Joico, we have an NNA in U-Flock, which is your grey coverage ash range. And we have in our, that's the U-Flock. And then in our Age Defy range, we have NAs. Or we have actually PAs. NPA, is it? Natural Pearl Ash, which is a really cool grey coverage. She would be fine with less. That's the slur coming in.
That's the slur coming in.
She'd be fine with less coverage. It's the warmth she doesn't like. Okay, so try an NA, and then just explain to her that okay, this may not get 100% coverage, but we are going to be heading towards a cooler result, and let us know if that helps. Christoph has asked a question or said, James, this reminds me of a Vidal Sassoon haircut. It looks great.
Yep, this is a very Sassoon-y. This is a very Sassoon.
Yeah, straight lines and
playing to my strengths here, basically. That's all, you know. Playing to my strengths. So a really good way of refining, because a lot of people go in this way and refine, but I do a lot of flat scissor refining like this, and just come in, especially if I'm trying to refine pure lines like this one. Just come in and take away little bits of hair, you know, from underneath, just like so.
My mum says it looks lovely.
This is your next haircut, Suzanne. Paul's going to drop this one on you while you're half asleep.
I'll give her some mocha codamol. Carew said love it.
Paul, next time you have a barbecue, Suzanne, Paul will drop this one on you while you're dozing off after 17 Pinots.
Is
now this side,
when you were when you were drying, they were saying, "Oh, the color looks great." Is this the color from the balayage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was with the bobbles.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks great.
The bubblage.
The bubblage, yeah. Is Paul gonna colour this haircut? Question
yes.
mark.
I'm gonna send it to Paul. And yes, he is.
Has my hair turned up at you yet?
Nope.
Well, where was that?
It never arrived, Paul. Did you send it? How did you send it?
I sent it. I just sent it at the post office. This one.
Yeah.
Well, like the rest of them.
Yeah. No, it didn't. It didn't make it, mate. It's lost in transit.
Well, hopefully soon. Well, not that you need it, but
not that I need it, but yeah.
Tony has a big long message. Hey, everyone, I seen on Facebook earlier some persons that have had their jabs are developing allergies, so check with your clients. Yeah, great point, Tony. We've been skin testing everybody, and something that we are saying upon booking or phone calls with clients, consultations, is that if you're getting your hair coloured after a jab, then you have to be skin tested. Even if you come in for a consultation and we patch test you, then you go away 2 days later, you have your jab, you then have to come back in for a patch test, because we just can't be too sure.
Can you be careful enough?
Where can I find this bubblage video? It was
on your channel, Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So the last live on this channel, Mark. The postman's collecting mannequins. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to check if I've still got the receipt for. I sent it recorded.
Oh, there you go. You can see. You can claim 500 quid for it, Paul.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mannequins. Hobus Pobus, I love those Sassoon type cuts. The only thing is they're so high maintenance. Very beautiful job as always, James, and the colour is stunning.
Yeah, they're definitely high maintenance. So a lot of quite a few of my clients have got these kind of haircuts, you know, and they look great, you know, but then I see them in the street and the wind's hit it and it looks like World War III.
Yeah.
But you know, they just like having them, you know, they're heritage haircuts, aren't they? They're kind of.
Angela's come back and said, just thinking we have one which is ash and 7 which is blue ash. Which should I use on the grey hair? Just thinking we have one which is ash and a 7 which is blue ash. Which should I use on grey hair?
It won't really matter. It won't really matter. It won't go blue or anything like that if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah.
So just pick the coolest one. If the warmth is an issue, the warmth is the biggest issue. Just go with the coolest one.
Mm.
It will be unlikely to be too cool. You know, especially with a tint.
Yeah, it'll only be blue if you put blue on the hair, basically. You did the double R's, or Paul or James. James did it on my channel 2 weeks ago. So last week was on James's channel, which was a Q&A. The week before. So what we do is basically we're here today on my channel. Next week we're on James's channel, and I'll be colouring. The week after my channel, week after James's channel. That's how we're working it. So yeah, last week was Q&A on James. The week before that was James doing a colour on mine. And then James is doing a cut on mine today, and I'll be doing a colour on James's next week.
You sound like you've gone underwater, Paul, for some reason.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not, I can assure you.
I didn't know if it was either your microphone or it was the drugs kicking in.
Bit of both, mate, probably. Oh, yeah, I can really feel them.
They're there. I feel like I need to hurry up now, Paul, before you fall asleep on the live.
Imagine that. Do you see people on TikTok do that?
What's that?
They just fall asleep on the lives.
No.
Yeah, and people watch it and then they follow because it's like, oh, this is entertaining. I don't know why, because everybody couldn't sleep. But yeah, it's weird. People just, I mean, it'd be like us saying, right, next Wednesday we're going to be sleeping, and then people just watch.
I mean, it's good. It's easy content.
It is, yeah, sleeping.
It's relaxing content.
I think it's £50 unless sent it by next day. Yeah, it was next day.
It was next day because it was.
I sent it on the Monday. No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, you sent it on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
and you said it would be and you said it would be with you. You know, just before 12 o'clock the next day.
Yeah,
and she never arrived.
The singer from TLC has this haircut. Oh, who's that? T-Bose. Is it T-Bose? Except hers is shorter in the back. Yeah, because it wasn't Lisa, Left Eye, or Usher's ex. And the sideburns are equal length. Yep. I
mean, yeah, she doesn't have to have two sides. They are nearly equal, but I mean, I've left this one a touch longer. So they've got two different styles of sideburn. And I will show you the differences in a moment.
T-Bose, yes. I feel like my blinks are getting longer.
If you actually fall asleep, Paul, we'll leave you on here just asleep.
Well, just make sure you subscribe.
You'd be doing like a 12-hour live, but like 10 of it you'll be asleep. Right then, I am going to tweak this line. I do like a bit of chiseling. I don't know if you guys have ever seen me do I've done a video on this where I use the clippers to shape the hair.
Yeah, nice.
Just tuck it in, make it bevel. It's a bit scary to start with, but once you get into it, it's all good. And you've got to make sure when you do this that you're directly behind it, and you can just kind of laser guide it towards the hair. But it does create a nice bit of beveling.
So Lisa said, have you seen the ones that go live and it's just shows a shop counter? I haven't.
No.
James, it looks great, and I took your advice and it paid off for my cut. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mark, are you falling asleep, Paul? What time is it there? Yeah, I am falling asleep, but I've got some tablets in me that are designed to make you sleep. So yeah, but on the plus side, I don't currently have any pain in my leg. It's 4:25 p.m. here in the USA, Chicago time. What's the time here? It is nearly 10:30 at night here. What you need is an espresso, Paul. Put a little bit of martini in that, and I'll be there.
I bet that doesn't bode well with your medication.
No, I know I can't. That package that you received earlier today, I haven't got mine yet, but I don't think I'll be doing that. I mean next day sign for. Yeah, that's what I did. Hocus pocus. Oh wow, yes, you get hundreds for that. Well, I'm going to find that receipt.
He's keen to find it now.
Yeah. Christy at the cottage is a blonde. Oh, he's a blonde specialist. Does great full work.
On YouTube?
Yeah. Is she English? I'll check her out. And can James show me how he's holding his scissors when he's cutting down, please? Oh, channel, yeah.
So this way, I'm just holding it like normally. Or I'm doing it in reverse. Let me swap sides, guys. Ooh. Or if I'm doing it in reverse, I've just got my hand. Let me just zoom out a little.
Curious.
I've got my hand like that. Or alternatively, I've got my hand.
Can't see your hand, mate. That's it.
Alternatively, I've got my hand like that, my thumb resting on the thumb rest, and I'm just coming in and just using the weight of the scissor to drop and just opening and closing the blade ever so gently. And
look at Christy at the cottage.
Yeah, I want to see this now. We should get her involved. I mean, I want, there's not many British YouTube hairdressers out there. I want to know them.
Is she English though?
Don't know. And is she?
She's from Seattle.
Ah, right. Well, is she in a cottage?
Specialising in blonding, was on an hour north of Seattle. Is she in a cottage? I think. Oh, I don't know. Her thumbnails are nice. Oh, we've come up on her suggested.
Ah, right.
With Brad Mondo.
Brothers. Old brothers. Right then, I could mess around with this all night. I think I'm going to just stop because I'll be here all night otherwise, and Paul will be asleep, and we'll all be. Get your head off, woman. Paul will be asleep, and we'll be there. I'll be there chipping away till the cows come home. So let me just zoom out a little. That's my light. You can see my light there. So we'll just move it this way. Cool. Oh, you can see all the stuff on the bed now. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Cool. Right then. Give her a shake. Get the bits out. Cover my laptop in hair. Streaming deck. Right then. So, just give you a recap. Horseshoe section through the top, really simple, through the parietal ridge. Took the disconnection on this. That's not in focus, is it? Let's put that in focus.
Absolutely gorgeous, Debbie says.
Absolutely beautiful. Right then, so we've got disconnection on this side, which was the section that I took initially, and cut my line in. So you get a kind of much more succinct, I guess, look to that one. You can't see any visible line over the top. Then we went through, cut our layers in, pulling the hair out from the head 90 degrees, working diagonally to the opposite side. We worked our way back round on this side, and then this side I just got a bit creative and decided to leave in a smaller disconnection that has a kind of slight bevel to it, where I took my section, cut it over the top, elevated it slightly, lifting the hair straight off from the head, and then drop that into the back. And then remember, we cut all that horseshoe section by pulling all the hair into the front section with
Bellissimo.
over direction of each and every section. And then we dried it off and did a bit of refining. And obviously the refining is kind of personal to, however the hair is sitting and, whoever you do your refining on. So, but in this particular instance, just went around and just refined the outline and sharpened it up, and then with the sides here, just slim them down a little bit with a bit of channel cutting, just so they sit a little bit tighter and a bit flatter. And yeah, that's about it really, guys. And what I'll do is I'll send this over to Paul, and we'd love to know, how would you like Paul to color this particular style? What would you like to see? Or would you like to see Paul just use his creative freedom on it? So we'd love to know. Chuck some in the comments now. If you're watching this in the future, then do comment. But don't forget to comment on this video as well for an entry into the competition to win the upgrade freestyle tongue straightener thing. And it doesn't matter where you live in the world, guys, we'll post it to you, so don't feel like if you live in the USA or whatever. If you live in the US, you might, no, I think it'd be all right if we send it as a gift. You might end up with some import charges. I'm not really sure. I think if we send it as a gift, you'll be fine. But if we send it as a gift, what that means is it won't be insured, I believe. I did look into this for the last one. But anyway, play along. It'll probably get to you. I import things from all over the world all the time. And I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine diddly-ine. So yeah, there we go, guys, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of sassoon geometry with the old undercut here as well, hanging over the top.
Love it.
You could make the most of that, and if you were doing a photo shoot, you could, have a look. There we go. That's a picture right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's straight out of a collection from somebody. I don't know who, but not me.
Shade or creative colour being very inspiring. Creative freedom. What about your coffee colours? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, Lisa, with your assessments tomorrow. Great job, James.
Thank you, mate.
Amazing.
Lovely job. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening. And I'm just going to go and remove all these hair splinters from my hands. And we look forward to seeing you next week, 9 p.m. Wednesday, my channel, for Paul colouring this mannequin head.
Yep.
Right. Well, hopefully next week Paul will be feeling better. He'll have had a miracle cure. Some biblical entity will have visited him in his sleep and said, "Paul, you're fixed."
That's it, Matt. That's all I'm waiting for. It's all I'm waiting for.
The Curious Hairstylist. Hi, Curious Hairstylist. Haven't seen you in a while. Good. Lovely, guys. Look after yourself, won't you? See you soon.
See you on Sunday, mate.
Have a good one. Yes. See you on Sunday. Ciao, mate.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.